Hello, everyone. Let me ask you something. How much of your life are you actually living? And how much of it are you giving away without even realizing it? Every hour you spend distracted, every moment you surrender to endless scrolling, and every piece of attention you give to things that don't matter is a piece of your life you will never get back. Your life isn't disappearing all at once. It's disappearing through small moments you barely notice. A few minutes scrolling becomes an hour. One notification becomes dozens. One distraction becomes an entire evening. The danger isn't that these things exist. The danger is allowing them to decide where your life goes. Think about how many times you reach for your phone without even making a conscious decision. You unlock the screen, check one notification, watch one video, answer one message, and suddenly 30 minutes have disappeared. You never planned to waste that time. You simply followed whatever demanded your attention first. That is how life can quietly slip away, not through one terrible decision, but through thousands of tiny moments when you surrender control without realizing it. The frightening part is that these moments feel harmless while they are happening. You don't notice the cost until you look back and realize how much time has passed. Your attention is more valuable than money because money can sometimes be earned again, but yesterday's attention can never be recovered. Once an hour disappears, it belongs to the past forever. Yet we treat our attention as if it has an unlimited supply. We give it to strangers arguing online, endless entertainment, meaningless notifications, and information that makes us anxious without making us wiser. Then we wonder why we feel mentally exhausted even when we haven't accomplished anything important. The mind becomes tired not only from working hard, but from constantly switching between things that demand its attention. The modern world is competing for your eyes, your thoughts, and your emotions. Every notification is an invitation. Every new video promises something more interesting. Every platform gives you another reason to stay. There is nothing automatically wrong with technology, entertainment, or connection. The problem begins when you stop choosing and start reacting. When every vibration controls your attention, you are no longer deciding where your life goes. Something else is deciding for you. You become available to everything except the things that matter most. You cannot build an extraordinary life with scattered attention. Imagine trying to light a fire while constantly moving the wood before it has enough time to burn. You would keep adding effort without creating enough concentration for anything to become powerful. Your mind works the same way. Jump from task to task, thought to thought, screen to screen, and eventually you feel busy without becoming productive. Focus allows effort to accumulate. It turns scattered energy into meaningful progress, and meaningful progress is what eventually creates results. There is a reason you feel different after an hour spent creating compared with an hour spent endlessly consuming. Creation leaves evidence. Consumption often leaves only fatigue. When you write something, practice something, build something, learn something, or solve something difficult, you can point to what your attention produced. But when you spend an hour scrolling without purpose, the hour disappears almost without a trace. One activity adds something to your life. The other simply occupies space inside it. You need to become aware of that difference because your future is being shaped by which one you choose more often. Ask yourself what your attention has been producing lately. Has it been producing stronger relationships, better skills, greater health, more knowledge, creative work, financial progress, or peace? Or has it mostly been producing opinions, distractions, anxiety, and endless comparison? Your answer matters because attention eventually becomes direction. Whatever receives your focus repeatedly begins influencing your thoughts, your behavior, your priorities, and eventually your identity. You cannot continuously feed your mind with noise and expect it to produce clarity. If you constantly focus on what everyone else is doing, you lose awareness of what you should be doing. If you constantly consume other people's lives, you have less time to create your own. If you spend every quiet moment reaching for stimulation, you never give your mind enough silence to discover what it actually wants. You don't need to become isolated from the world. You need to become intentional inside it. Your goal is not to escape modern life. Your goal is to stop allowing modern life to control every minute of yours. Put your phone away when you are working. Turn off notifications that don't matter. Give people your full attention when they are speaking to you. Eat without automatically reaching for a screen. Walk without needing something playing in your ears every second. Sit quietly sometimes and allow your thoughts to settle. At first, Silence may feel uncomfortable because you've trained yourself to fill every empty space. Stay with it. Eventually, you begin noticing thoughts that were hidden underneath the noise. Ideas appear, problems become clearer, priorities become easier to recognize, and you start hearing your own voice again. Your own voice matters because there will always be someone telling you what you should want, someone selling you a lifestyle, someone showing you their success, someone explaining what you should fear, and someone demanding your reaction. If you allow everyone to enter your mind whenever they want, eventually there will be very little room left for your own judgment. You need boundaries around your attention just as you need boundaries around your home. You wouldn't leave your front door open all day and invite every stranger inside. Yet people leave their minds completely exposed to whatever appears on a screen. Protect your mind and protect your mornings. Protect the hours when your energy is highest. Protect the conversations that matter. Protect the work that could change your future. You don't have to respond immediately to everything. You don't have to know everything happening everywhere. You don't have to participate in every conversation. Sometimes the most powerful decision you can make is simply to look away from the argument, the endless feed, and the noise, then look toward your own life. There is a dream you keep postponing, a skill you keep saying you'll learn, a project you've been thinking about for months, and a version of yourself waiting for you to stop consuming and start creating. Give that person your attention. Your future does not need more of your excuses. It needs your presence. And don't misunderstand me. Rest is not wasted time. Enjoyment is not wasted time. Laughing with people you love is not wasted time. Doing nothing for a while can be exactly what your mind needs. The difference is intention. Rest when you choose to rest. Enjoy what you choose to enjoy. Don't let an algorithm decide how the next 2 hours of your life disappear. There is freedom in choosing what you read, what you watch, who gets access to your energy, what deserves your thoughts, and what deserves your best hours. Every day gives you a limited amount of attention. Spend it like someone who understands its value. One day, you will look back and realize that the ordinary moments you barely noticed were your life. The morning you ignored, the conversation you weren't present for, the afternoon lost to scrolling, and the evening consumed by distractions were not separate from your life. They were your life. You may think you are wasting time, but you are actually spending something much more precious. You are spending yourself. So stop giving your life away. Take back your attention one decision at a time. Put the phone down and finish the work. Listen deeply when someone you love speaks. Walk outside and notice where you are. Read the book you've been postponing. Build the skill you've been talking about. Call the person who matters. Sit with your thoughts long enough to understand them. Create something that did not exist before you gave it your effort. You don't need to control the entire world. You only need to control what you give your attention to next. Your attention is the steering wheel of your life. Wherever you repeatedly point it, your future begins to move. So don't give your best hours to things that leave you empty. Give them to what makes you stronger, wiser, healthier, and more alive. Your life is not waiting somewhere in the future. It is happening right now, in these ordinary moments you are living through. Be present enough to recognize their value and intentional enough to spend them on something that matters. Thank you for watching. If this message spoke to your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more powerful motivational and inspirational speeches. Take back your time, take back your attention, and take back your life. Be better every day.